Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Rewrite. Let's continue the story. We're back to Rewrite for Terra Road. So yeah, let's load in and let's see what's on the order of Martel group lectures. So yeah, let's go. And as always, as like in the previous episode, if you still haven't, let me know in the comments what you would like me to play next. Either some other visual novel or Harvest Festa. I can do Harvest Festa in between, like, in general, at some point. So I will take a break from Rewrite. But yeah. Anyway, let's continue. I watch the people on stage as they speak. Everything goes in one ear and out the other. Nothing from Martel's lectures really sticks in my memory. The 1 hour, those seminars take feels like an eternity. I've thought them to be boring, an absolute waste of time. The speaker switches from the older professor-like person to a kid around my age. It's someone I know, though we've barely spoken with each other. He often approached me all friendly-like, but I kept ignoring him and he eventually stopped talking to me. At the podium he talks about how the Foundation has recognized his level of learning. He continues, saying that he will be working with the Foundation in official capacity. Thunderous applause. So annoying. Apparently he is now a reason to be an assistant for the Foundation. A few years ago he attempted suicide. Jesus. He was brought in, just an empty shell of a human. He instantly recovered and became bright and cheerful, like a completely different person. Sounds like Gaia member. With a newfound positivity, he began speaking with everyone and anyone and everyone without a hint of reluctance. It should be a change for the better. It should have been a change for the better. Instead, he focused all of his assertiveness for the Foundation's sake. That alone is enough to make me uncomfortable. I'm the only one in the audience not contributing to the applause. My mother beside me nudges me on the shoulder. She's coercing me to give my congratulations to someone I don't even like. I can't take it anymore. I get up from my seat. Okay? Ignoring my parents' warnings, I leave the hall. I leave for the hall. There I gaze blankly at the bulletin board. Forest Corps looking for new members. Would you like to join the Martel Club Corps? Meetings every Saturday afternoon. Okay. I don't think they practiced Kagari song that early. It was something they discovered later. But in this time branch line, they shouldn't like even want to do this, right? I think. There isn't a single post here that interests me. Better than watching that farce at least. I hear music being played softly. It's Bach, Capriccio on the departure of the beloved brother. The seminar is finally over. The door separating the hall and auditorium flies open. My mother with a blank expression walks over to me. She raises a hand against me. I sigh. Yeah, his parents suck. We never get like actually to see them in normal playthroughs. Like they suck. Like I don't know like his father, but his mother suck. Taste, I think to myself that's going to leave a mark. As expected, they continue to lecture my ears all the way back. Yeah, like both of them, but still. We argued like we never argued before. Though my father was quiet, his expression was stiffening. Yeah, okay. So he's like also terrible, but he's more of the quiet type. Okay, I see. The two of them are fanatical members of Martel. If I show just a hint of loyalty to the Foundation, I'd get much better with my family. But the sort of love for Martel is the love that will accept anyone and everyone, regardless of who they are. It's not because I am me, the Nojikotaro. It's sort of a fraternal love that treats people as the interchangeable. To me, it's insufferable. Even if I did begin to open up, there are a few secrets I would still harbor. One's like hunting the cryptids or having these superpowers. And while I still have these secrets, I can't open up to everyone. In tears, I told my parents that I wanted to leave the Martel group. I begged them to let me. If I hid them my honest feelings, I'd be able to get through to them. Also, I believed. Nah, that's not working with the fanatics and cults and stuff like this. But I offhandedly dismissed my play, yeah. After showing my true feelings while in tears, something broke inside me. Even if I wanted to speak, my mouth just wouldn't move. After I sank into silence, my parents droned on and on about their thoughts. I barely even registered what they said. It's like they were invisible to each other now. We are invisible.
お前と同じ道を歩みたいんだ。
Yeah. Kinda like you want to force me to do that. I don't want to do this shit. To my annoyance, my father's parting words are stuck in my mind. Unable to sleep, I ran to the toilet in the middle of the night, vomiting. This sort of thing rarely happens to me, so when it does, I get anxious. My emotions are at a mess, so I can't do anything about it. I can't find it in me to go to bed, so I leave home. I ran at full speed. I saw a man heading home late, stares at me dumbfounded. Okay. That sucked, that really sucked, god damn it. This is so different. I wonder like if they treated... No, they did not treat him like this in the... Actually, we don't know that much of the backstory for Kotaro in the previous times, right? So, we just know that they were researchers from the Martel group, and they never like really paid attention to each other and stuff. They're never home. But I don't think we ever got a glimpse of that before what is happening here. I wonder if that was the same situation before. Or not. Screaming, I let loose in the forest. I chopped through branches with my hands and kicked tree trunks. Today just has to be the day without any cryptids around.
何が環境活動だ。どうだっていい。そんなこと。なんでみんな。こんな場所で生きていられるんだよ。
This is interesting. Like, now Kotaro is swinging more towards, like... It's actually not even towards Gaia. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, really. Like, Gaia wants to save environment, but... And Guardians as well, like, in a sense. So this is like totally different approach. You just don't give a fuck at this point. Even though I have superpowers, the world doesn't even steer in the slightest. Even with all those cryptids around, no one even bats an eyelash. I didn't need any of this. I wanted something else. I slammed myself against a thin young tree. A sharp pain runs from my shoulder, but that only serves to fan the flames of my rage. I shove with all my might. Entire tree is uprooted from the ground and falls over. Damn, this isn't nearly enough to placate me. I step thoughtlessly into the depths far beyond the safe zone that I've created. He's losing his mind, damn. He's going into like full rage mode. So this is what would happen to Kotaro if he wouldn't fall asleep for a few years and then meet his friends in school. I press for the ring as far as my indignation takes me. And then I discover it. What did I discover? Oh! Oh, the stronger thing. The dinosaur thing, yeah. Something far removed from reality appears before me, something otherworldly. At first it looks to be some kind of the ostrich, or perhaps some kind of the giant bird. Okay, so this is the first time you encounter this. Are you strong enough to deal with this? Because you've been strong enough to deal with this in... I I believe in the Kana Road only and in the Moon Road. Any other road, you just die to this. We didn't even get a dog here. We just go straight for the middle boss. It is hanging from the branches of the tree after all. Giant claws, emotionless tiger-like eyes. Stumbling upon what could be called a dinosaur. The very possibility never even occurred to me. This isn't something you could call a cryptid anymore. This is an honest to godness monster. It's a creature of the unknown, one of the humans should never cross swords with. A single glance at me tells me I can't win. Okay, Kotaro, you just found something that shatters your reality here. You can't do everything, apparently, as you thought. This is going to be interesting plot. Where this is going? Like, he's like realizing that he's not the eye of the universe, basically, because that's what he thought, basically. At this point, like, he can do anything, and now he's like, nope, that's not gonna happen. And on top of that, I can't run away as faster than I am. Well, certain death then. With a nimble monkey-like movements, the dinosaur jumps from the top of the tree to the ground. It's tall, maybe 3 meters tall, maybe even more. I don't even have the will to fight against this. How exactly am I going to go against it barehanded? There's no one from people that we knew so far in the previous roads that can save him right now, right? Like, Akane's still a kid. Lucia, Shizuru, everyone else are just kids. They don't even know who he is. There's no one who can save him from this. The characters that I know, right? I mean, okay, if at this point in time Chihaya is also part of the Gaia, then we may have Sakuya. Okay, that's the only character I can think of that could still be around. I mean, definitely is around if he exists in this timeline. Okay, let's see. What's going to happen? One step back, but the tree behind me blocks my path. My legs are shaking. I try to step around the tree, but my heel catches on the root, and they fall flat on my behind. That alone robs me of the last of my will to run. Oh, but also there can be like younger Asaka, right? From Guardians. Could also be him. He also, and he should be like in his like more like prime years, I guess. Like he's still active Guardian member. Maybe he can save him? Why would he know? Like, why would he find him here though? How would like anyone find him here? Anyway, a lot of questions and probably answers are going to be like 3 sentences ahead or something. But my heel catches the root, that honors me, yeah. As I stare blankly at it, the idea of dying flashes through my mind. The dinosaur takes a step forward, or maybe like Kotaro is going to rewrite himself really fast and deal with this thing, or Aurora is going to actually be a thing, like actually going to manifest itself like outside of the blood, so it can like make a weapon actually. My eyes can't help but be drawn to its giant claws. At least it will be quick and painless death, I hope. Once I die, there will be no more suffering. It'll be a goodbye to all this stupid crap. What a relief. Jesus, Kotaro is so depressed in this road. Like, you have nothing to live for, holy fuck. Yeah. I don't want to die. I do not want to die. I'm not resolving anything. I'm not fighting back. I want to fight against injustice. And to do that... But my body won't move. My physical state betrays my determination, as my body is still frozen in fear.
動い
The last thing I want is to die in unfair death like this. I feel an edge in my right wrist as a sign that I can still recover my senses. Okay. Just a few more seconds, okay, and I can get it working again. As long as my body can move, I can fight.
腕や足の一本を食いちぎられても飛びついて
But the dinosaur's claws are moments away from thrusting straight into me. I won't make it. Just as death knocks on my door, gust of wind blow past both of my sides. Oh? 2 characters? Oh! There are 3, 4 black blobs in the wind, maybe more. Oh, okay. We have more Guardian members. Yeah, we have no idea who these people are. Oh wait, this is Gen, isn't it? Gen had the bandana, I think. No, wait, this is Gen. Wait, these are people. Are all of these people that were like on the ramen stand with Shizuru? I remember one who had a bandana, and this guy is like the small old guy, also from the stand. I don't know who it is. Who is this? Wait, is this Asaka? Wait, it's Asaka. He have like monocle here. On see, like you can see like a little bit of like glass here. Oh, cool! All of them are young. Oh my god. So who is this guy? Okay, I don't know who is this. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I think like this on the upper corner is Gen. This one is the bandana guy, whoever his name was. This is Asaka, and this is the tiny old little guy. Okay. Maybe we're going to see like young Shizuru as well. Like we met with Akana. Let's see. Like she's like not here obviously, but maybe they're going to take us to the headquarters or something. Who knows? Unless it's not the time yet when they took care of her, basically. I realize that this is actually the silhouettes of the group of the men only when everything is already over. They pummel it with the coordinated, unceasing barrage of attacks. Swift like winds, they go as quickly as they can, just where they are attacking from. There's even a guy who's actually flying. Okay. He make 3 consecutive strikes that are so fast I can't even track them with my bare eyes. The dinosaur claws are severed by the large sword, its head is crushed by the axe, covered in flames. Damn! Its legs are squared by spears thrust from the ground. All 3 of those crushing blows are dealt at the same time. However, this isn't enough to kill it on the spot. The one who deals the finishing blow is the 4th shadow. He slowly crosses my field of vision. The dinosaur head rolls off, leading right by my feet. My consciousness fades. Shock, anxiety, and relief. Because of the countless emotions hitting me all at once, I'm assaulted by the sudden drowsiness. I catch sight of the man just as my consciousness is on the verge of sinking into sleep. Okay, yeah, this is Asaka. Yeah, I'm civilian. The man surrounds me, gazing and talking among themselves. My ears are running. I can hear them well.
どうしたもんかね。俺ら狩りが専門のチームだ。待った。こいつ変だぞ。
They're still talking. They're still talking about me. My right hand throbs in pain. I use my eyes to try to get a better look. There's something red spreading out from my wrist. Blood? No, it's not. There's a bunch of red icicles growing from my hand. Oh, okay. So they see that you have a power. Okay. So we are going to their HQ, I think. They're going to try to recruit us. They're piercing through the skin of my wrist, palm, and the back of my hand. I guess I was trying to make a spears of blood or something. A spear of blood, more brittle than porcelain, isn't going to be much of the use though. That's as far as my consciousness can take me. My eyelids suddenly grow heavy. The leader of the group, the one who cut off the head of the dinosaur, crouches down in front of me.
眠れ少年
The man gives my head a light knock. I lose consciousness and fall into deep sleep. Okay, so we're going to wake up in the HQ. Okay, some time skip. The three delinquents, two of them tremble through the air from the light show, but the last one doubles over like the beaten down boxer. I dodge their punch with a sidestep and throw a jab from the side. Okay, did we just... I think like we have some kind of like backstory again. Because we just lose consciousness. It's the first time I was able to evade something with the raw technical skill. I'm a little surprised. They're good but slow. The guy was on the floor, Ilir stumbles, having missed a punch that should have connected. I take the opportunity to get behind him. Having lost sight of his opponent, he looks around. That's enough to come to his senses. Standing still just because he lost sight of his opponent though, that led himself far too defenseless. A human field of vision is no wider than 120 degrees. It's normal for you to lose sight of whoever you are fighting. The sense of tension I feel here, it doesn't even compare to fighting the monsters in the forest. Okay, so this is actually a future. So we just got something in the background after we lose consciousness. We're going to probably get to see this, what happened after. But it seems like we are outside of the facilities. Like, they let us go, basically. Maybe you already joined Guardians. These champs are just trying to show off how strong they are. There's no intent to kill. There isn't going to get my blood pumping in the slightest. I don't even care anymore. I grab him by the shoulders and force him to turn my way, placing my hands against his chest and thrust him away from me. He flies backwards with explosive force. His back slams against the streetlight and he collapses in the ground, wailing in pain. He probably isn't going to be breathing right anytime soon. As I approach him, he looks up at me with eyes filled with fear. I grab a child's wallet from the pocket in his leather jacket and toss it over to the kid watching from the short distance away.
お前の財布
Okay.
ありがとうございました。
さっさと逃げろ顔を覚えられるぞ
Some kid attended cram school got his wallet extorted by the bunch of hoodlums. I gave those guys a warning. They snapped at me in response. A fight broke out and I won. Well, yeah. No wonder. Hard shove was the finishing blow. No one was injured. Summer is over.
お礼をしたいんですけど、
いいよ行けって
Okay.
そういうわけにはいかないです。
He's a weak little kid around grade school
知
age.
らない人と会話しちゃいけないってお母さんから教わら
教わりました。
じゃあ行けよ礼はもう聞いたから
Yeah. He's helping some random kid.
聞いていいですか？
ん？
格闘技をやってるんですか？
Okay.
そんなのやったこともないな
じゃあストリートファイツで腕を磨いたんですか？
Wow, so excited. Why is kid so excited when he just got shaken down by the bunch of delinquents moments ago at the very spot?
それも違うけどまあ
Okay.
いろいろ戦ってきたけどない
ろいろなものと、それは世間とか抑圧と戦ってるって意味ですか？
いや
Okay.
何を言ってるのかよ
洋楽のロックでは何を聞きますか？
Jesus. This kid. He's the perfect example of someone who looks up to delinquents and outlaws. No way. Is this Yoshino? Wait. No way this is Yoshino. Wait, what? We're meeting with Yoshino? I'm not an outlaw and I don't listen to Western rock. But you know what? Fine, I will guide this kid down the right path.
童謡と演歌が好みだ
え、
Okay.
じゃあドクロの服とか持ってますか？
T シャツは動物さん柄のしか着ない
Wow. Wow. Shattering reality.
森の仲間ではクマさんとリスさんが好きかな。
Oh my god!
じゃあ次の質問は
They bombarded me with a tons of questions. I decided to answer them all in one
母親
go.
のことはママって呼んでる。
Oh my
喧嘩で
god.
泣かされたら速攻ママ召喚だぜ。休日は編み物をするか家族でジャスコに買い物に行く。流行り物が大好きで人の
Jesus
すぐ流されるようにしてる。夜は9時に寝る。学校は皆勤賞狙い。好きな食べ物は甘口カレーとイチゴ。
Is he trying to like
見合い結婚するつもりだ。
make Yoshino like not go into the path of being a delinquent? He was cool as fuck though. It's like shattering reality for him.
そんなのアウトローじゃないです。助けてくれてありがとうござい。
He runs off in tears. Oh my god. That was 100% Yoshino. Oh my god. Having successfully chased off my assailant, I noticed someone startled me. Oh! Little Kotori! Oh my god, we're going to meet all of them. Gao Gao Stegosaurus. That's so cute. I guess like her parents already are familiars, right? At this point. Like, she already have her tragic backstory here. That's why she looks sad, I think. God damn it. There's a group of girls at the edge of the road. Without crowds, there's a single sharp gaze, like a laser pointed straight at me. Even from this distance, I can feel the contempt coming my way.
だが兵庫県の鳥みたいな名前。
Kobe City. Kombe. Kombe? Kambe? Kambe. Katari. Kotori.
そう。
Kambe.
神戸小鳥だ。
Yeah. She's the only daughter of the family that moved to the neighborhood some time ago. Okay. I've introduced myself to her parents before, but I've never spoken to her before. She always looked sullen and bored. A minibus drives by. Scrum school bus service, seems like it's driving the kids home too. I consider how I should react, but decide to leave without even giving a customary bow. Why was she staring at me so coldly? I can only think of one reason. The fight familiar. It's true that I jumped in and tried to mediate with the punks. Of course I knew that the moment I intervened it would escalate into fight. Even since the incident happened, I haven't set foot in the forest. I found myself waking up unconsciousness on the park bench in the middle of the night. Oh, okay, so they didn't take you to the HQ or talk to you. Okay. Surprised, actually. Guess I wasn't the only one hunting down these monsters. That's really all I was able to surmise.
あの人たち、超強かったな。
Yeah, I should find them. They're martial arts masters or something? I was so stuck about being superhuman because I'm stronger than an average person, but I shattered the delusion. Oh yeah. A greenhorn like me has no place with those guys around. It's embarrassing, like I was just some kid playing in the secret playground where all the legit adults were off doing real work. And now my stress just continues to build up, having closed the place for me to vent it all out. Hence the fight familiar. Okay, I
見透かさ
see.
れたかな。
I quickly dismissed the thought. She's a druid, though. I got into the fight just to see what it's like, but in reality it's boring. It doesn't get me fired up. I can get serious. If I use brute force to break someone again, that will be the end of that. I need to find another way to vent my stress before you really blow my top. My vexation grows. I don't want to be home on weekends when my parents are around. I try to check the time, but I remember I lost my phone. I probably dropped it in the forest. Okay, so one thing. I think that the accident that put Kotaro into coma still didn't happen. It's going to happen, I think. Probably. Maybe. Does it make sense? I don't even know anymore. No, it doesn't make sense. Actually, wait. No, it should happen around this age, because he's in the high school now. Yeah. So, he's in the high school. He had an accident in the original timeline. Kotori helped him. He went into coma, woke up a few years later, and Kotori and him being the same age. And thus they went to the same high school. So she was a kid when she saved him. She was already a powerful druid that could bend Aurora, basically. Holy shit. So I think we are going to see this event happening. But Kotaro is not going to spend time in coma this time. Somehow. I don't know how they will do, how they're going to do this, but somehow he's not going to spend in coma a few years. Okay, I think I get the timeline now. Like, the thing still did not happen. This is like before. So all we know that this actually could be what actually happened in Rewrite to Kotaro in beforehand. Because Kotaro have no memories from before the accident. So these events could be left unchecked. Basically, they could be left as they are. So maybe Kotaro actually had this situation happening in the original rewrite, but he forgot about this because of the accident. Oh, I just feel like it's like totally new reality. I mean, it is new reality, but these events could actually be the same as in the original rewrite. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? It's possible, right? It's like, but it's boring. It doesn't get me fired up. I can get serious. It will be the end of that. I need to find another way to vent my stress before I really blow my top. My vexation grows. I don't want to be home on weekends when my parents are around. I try to check the time, but then I remember I lost phone. Yeah, okay. I really need to get around to get a new phone, but I still haven't told my parents. I don't think I'll be able to stay calm. They give me a talking to. Finding it myself would be the best option, but I don't even know where I dropped it in the forest. Not to mention the chance to bumping into one of those killer monsters. No way. God, this sucks. I decide to head back home when it gets dark. Still, a few hours away. I came across a public payphone. I never used one in my whole life, have I? Okay. I don't even care if it work out. At least I get to kill some time. I inserted a coin and call my own phone. Someone picks up. That's a surprise. Oh, someone have your phone. Okay. Oh, Saka? Yeah, it is Saka. Yeah. Oh my god. I want to... please, scream why. Please, be the thing. Wow, young Asaka, holy shit. Okay, how he changed, huh? I mean, he's still the same, similar from face. His outfit changed a little bit. It's like more brown now. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
The man on the other side of the line called me over to the office building facing the main road. Boxes and furniture are literally haphazardly all around the room, making it look like some kind of a storage room.
君の携帯電話を返そう。
どうも。
間違いないかね。
はい。
それは何より。
ありがとうございました。
Okay.
それで、
I'm not sure how to broach the question.
はい。あの時の俺、ちょっと意識飛んでて。
無理もない。大変な体験をしたのだ。君を安全な場所まで運んだ後、 部下が携帯電話が落ちているのを見つけたのだ。
それはいいんですけど。
I barely added any contacts since I got it anyway. There's nothing compromising the safety inside. More importantly, Asaka's the one who has me
聞き
curious.
たいことがあるんですけど、
あ、
恐竜いましたよね。
いや、あれはユーマだ。未確認動物。知っているかな？
一応は。でも、ユーマって大発見じゃないですか。
それを現在調査中なのだ。
ああ、そうなんですか。
なんとね。
戦っていたような。
まさか。
Yeah.
我々は大学からの依頼を受け、ユー
Uh
マ
huh.
の調査をしているだけだ。
Yeah, Guardians are still Guardians, huh? Trying to be a secret organization.
ユーマ調査。
もしかすると危険な生物がいるかもしれない。だからそうしたトラブルに対処できる人材が集め、
その人材ってのは、例えば、剣士とかですか？
まさか。
Kotaro instantly talk about him.
じゃあ忍者とか。じゃあどんな？
What sort of capable individual can slice a dinosaur up like a gust of wind?
例えば動物園の職
Oh my god.
あとは獣医さんだ。
So this is like all of them like official workplaces, I think.
確かに、動物にメスを入れることもあるでしょうけど。
かくいう私もバードウォッチャーでね。
Bird watcher.
こうしたスタッフが揃えばどんな動物とていいのま。
Slicing up a dinosaur into mine's meat is clearly out of the question though. He's obviously lying. Might as well test him then.
なら、ドードーって鳥見たことあります？
無論だ。素晴らしい鳥だ。精悍な顔立ちをしていてとても凛々しい。
They're extinct though.
先日も野生のドードーと戯れていた。
Yeah. How do you not know that dodos are dead? That dodo extinct, for for your information. I keep that little letter to myself though.
知ってます。文鳥より小さい鳥なんですけど。
Moa. I don't know about Moa.
ああ、もちろんだ。とても昔飼っていたこともある。小さいがな。あれでなかなか凶暴なところもあるのだよ。狩猟
Moa extinct? For your information? Yep, okay. It's bigger than the person too, if I may add. Oh my god.
それにしても天王寺君といった。
散歩みたいなもんです。
しかし場所が場所だ。下手をすれば
地元で慣れてるし。それに、人里の方角はなんとなくわかります。
I'm very curious if actually this event happened, and Kotaro just did not remember this. I don't remember if Asaka actually recognized Kotaro years later. I don't remember what happened in the original rewrite. How did they met exactly? I mean, okay, they met on the stand where Shizuru showed the whole gang. I think like maybe they just played that they don't know him. I'm so curious. I'm so curious.
なるほど。だが今後は慎んだ方がいいな。
そうですね。そうします。
それで一つ頼みたいことがあるのだよ。
Asaka leans in towards me.
森で奇妙な生物を見つけても、
人に言うなってことですか？
あの森には未発見の種が多く生息している。だが正式な調査が終わる前に、そのことが世間に公表され、心ない者たちが押し寄せ、新種を乱獲してしまう。約束してもらえるだろうか。
Guess they're trying to silence me. New species or not, anything dead will turn into the same dirt as everything else. There are countless mysteries in this world, and there are people out there like Asaka who wants to keep them secret. I managed to come across one of those
人に
secrets.
は言いません。
それは助かる。
言うような友達もいないですし。
ふむ。
だから大丈夫です。
そうか。
親とも仲が良くないですし。
Wait, why am venting spamming out all those complaints? It's as if I'm...
携帯だって誰の番号も登録されて鳴ったことなんてほとんどない。みんなに嫌われてるんです。
私の目には普通の若者に見えるがな。
ちょっと違うだけでももうダメなんです。群れから排除されて。
思い詰めているだけでは。
ずっと一人ぼっちで生きてきたら、思い詰めないではいられないです。
Why am I talking about this with someone I've met for the first time? Probably because you know that they are superhumans too, like subconsciously. Like, come on, they beaten up the thing that you could not, right?
これは根が
So you can like relate to them, I guess.
だと思います。
心の雑草だな。
After that remark, the glint in Asaka's eyes grows sharper.
雑草。
根から引っこ抜かねばいつまでも変わるまい。
Okay. He grins.
私はもうおじさんだ。若い
What do you mean old?
に悩んだこともあるが、あまりにも昔のことになってしまった。
Okay.
そんなロートルでもよければ相談に乗ろう。
え？
その携帯に私の番号を登録したまえ。私とメール友になろうではない。
Okay. So he had at some point a second number in phone. After making it home, I find a rather rare pair of visitors. Rikako. Who's the Rikako?
お邪魔してます。
And Keisuke. Are these the Kotori parents?
どうも。
Yeah, Mr. and Miss Kamba, the family that just moved recently. Okay, so they're still not familiars, I think. I don't think like as familiars they could talk. They could like do like basic things, but they couldn't talk, I think. So they will die later. I do a quick about
ど
face.
こに行くんだ？
Unless something actually changes, and you know, and they will actually not die. Like, what's going to be a difference here? Outside of not losing memory and being in coma.
散歩。
今戻ってきたばかりだろう。ちゃんと挨拶しろ。
本当に不愛想な息子で。
いや、男の子はそういうものです。
ほら、小鳥。お兄ちゃんにご挨拶なさい。
Okay. I thought there were just 4 people here, but it seems like the smaller one mixed in. Yeah, and as we know, they were childhood friends, so... Okay. I mean, Kotaro is not a child, basically, like he's a high schooler at this point. But yeah. Well, this is awkward. Dealing with her isn't my strong suit. I can't act like those one guys in kids' educational shows. As I'm still mentally fumbling about it, she makes the first move. She bows deep and low. Her hands are neatly lined up in front of her. It's a textbook bow. Okay, aw, so cute. Except this isn't the first time we're meeting. We've crossed paths several times already, though we've always ignored one another. I'm very curious, really, I'm very curious if these events actually happened in the original rewrite. And we just never get to know this because Kotaro don't remember them. I'm so curious if this is different or not. So what? We're just gonna pretend none of that ever happened and treat this as our first meeting then?
私たち、これから出かけるところなの。小鳥ちゃんの面倒を見ておいて。
連れて行ってやらないの？
お酒をいただく予定だから。ほら、小鳥ちゃんも。
よろしくお願いします、小太郎くん。
She stares at me. She stares me straight in the eyes as she speaks.
ああ。
Okay.
なんか飲むのかな？
いいえ、お構いなく。
冷蔵庫の中身、勝手に飲んで。
ありがとうございます。
Ah. She's very like strict, I would say. A little bit disinterest in everything. Okay. I grab a bottle, twist the cap off, and take a gulp. Kotori sits docilely on the sofa. What do I even say to her?
話すの初めてね。
そうですね。
小学生だよね。
はい、地元の小学校です。
I don't know what I want. I don't know why they decided to leave the big box here. I think like the big box was like in the original rewrite. I think like in the rewrite plus it should be like only the bottom part. I like to have like the light background when I read. And also the text is like covering the facial expressions and stuff. When I was her age, was I this well behaved? I can't remember. I think I used to be a lot wilder.
じゃあ俺部屋にいるから。
無責任なやつ。
Thanks. I can hear her grumbling as clear as day. I definitely heard it, but I doubt my ears.
今なんて言った？
いいえ、何にも。
Wow.
いいんですね。
何？
Yeah. It feels like she's playing me for a fool.
ちゃんと聞こえたんだけど。
へえ、そうなんですか。暴力がお得意だから感覚も鋭いんでしょうかね。
Yeah, okay. Also, wait, no, it doesn't make sense if that would happen in Rewrite. I remember, like, in Rewrite, right, after, like, we had, like, Kotori Road, they mentioned that Kotaro confessed to Kotori at some point. Was that after the accident then? Was that... Oh, that was probably in the... When did he confess to Kotori? Because if that was as a kid, then... This is totally different. Maybe this is actually different. Yeah, this must be different. Unless the first confession was after coma. Like, Kotaro woke up and they had like the first year in the high school or something together, and he confessed then for the first time. Yeah, I think that was the case. Because the first confession was after, like, Kotori basically said no because she was afraid that he's her familiar. Yeah, so that was after the accident. Yeah, so that was after the coma and after the Kotaro stopped aging. Yeah, okay, so it still can, like, still be in the line of the original rewrite. This backstory. It still can be correct. Yeah, we have this, then we have an accident, Kotori saves us, we go to hospital, and we were in coma for several years. Maybe not several, but few years. And in this playthrough, we should not be in the coma. At least that's what I understood from the Moon Fury when Kakari made this. And what Kotaro said, like, if I would not be in coma, everything would be different. So, we'll see. Or maybe not even necessarily in coma, you know? If you think about this. I think like the biggest issue was not that he was in coma, but also that he did not age, so he had to go to school again. And to, he met with everyone. I wonder if that was the thing that they wanted to change. To not meet with them in school. Where this is going? Is he going to be in coma or not? I think like both works. Like either not be in coma or not stop aging. For whatever reasons. I guess like stop aging is the side effect of having Aurora in him. Yeah, he was saved by Kotori and the Aurora made him like stop aging or like age very slowly. So it's still maybe the factor. So I think we are going to go with no coma here. I think. She's clearly provoking me. Fine, time to flip off the shyness switch.
嫌な目してんなと思ったけど、やっぱりそんなようなこと考えてたか。
考えてますよ。暴力嫌いですから最低かと。
お前は知らないだろうけど、 絡んできたから抵抗したんだ。
違います。絡まれていたのは他の子でした。小太郎くんは自分の意思で介入したんです。最低かと。
Wow. My body freezes to the point where even I'm scared. I'm barely managing to hold myself back because she's just a little kid.
なんです？
そっちが本性か。
だから
別に。やけに人を見下したような目をしてると思って。
ようなんじゃなくて、ちゃんと見下してますから。
Wow. Could have been such a savage.
小太郎くんってもっと大人だと思ってました。
Damn.
暴力に訴えるなんて最悪。これじゃ大人を尊敬しようだなんて思えないです。
てめえ。
I bow my hand into a fist.
暴力ですか。いいですよ。そうやって力に頼って生きていけばいいです。
あのな、いい加減ほんと。
Never in my entire life have I been talked down to this much by the kid. It's honestly unfathomable.
そうかよ。
I'm not stupid enough that I'd actually get violent to the
そ
kid.
っちもそうやって人を小馬鹿にしながら生きていけばいい。俺は部屋にいる。どうしても用事がある時以外は呼ぶな。
呼ばないですよ。
食い物とか勝手にしろ。親が預かったんだ。俺とは関係ない。
そんなこと言われなくても分かってます。
She's smart, but she can be a real smartass. Given how she's the polar opposite of adorable, a comeback pops into my head and I decide to give it a shot.
お前、学校で友達いないだろ。
Ah, damn. Yeah, god damn it. Yo! Oh my god, it was so savage. Yeah. Nailed that. For once, I see comeback Kotori expression freeze up. I did not expect the relationship to be like this in the beginning. Also, in the rewrite, we thought like, for the whole time, we thought like, they actually been like childhood friends. Seems like that was not the case. If this is the same as in the rewrite, if it's not, it's totally different, then yeah, sure. But anyway. I feel grimly satisfied and racked by guilt. As I expected, I can't deal with kids. And Kampakotori is a smart little brat. She was apparently like that since birth, and they called her a gifted child. For children like her, the process of learning and understanding takes far less time than average person. Kotori developed a tendency to look down on people in exchange for her intellect. That's the sort of person that wouldn't be welcomed anywhere. On my way home from school, I once spotted Kotori heading home. As she was walking alone, a boy around her age landed a flying kick on her from behind. That's rude. The boy ran back to his friends after making a bit of the fuss. They ran away. Kotori, having been kicked to the ground, got back up with a word. That suck! She didn't even shed a tear. Probably daily occurrence, huh? When she was kicked, her backpack contents spilled all over the ground too. She packed it all up in total silence. So she's been bullied a lot in school, huh? The bystanders around her felt bad, but whenever they tried to help, she politely turned them all down. After she got all her belongings together, she tidied herself up and resumed walking, with her head held tight. After seeing her, I felt a sense of inferiority to her. Okay. It was only a matter of time before the Kampa family was invited to one of the group's meetings. Okay. They accepted the invitation to head to the venue. Yeah, okay. Makes sense, because Kotori was smart. The moment I saw her, the only thing I thought to myself was, oh crap. And our buses? I'm in the sparsely populated lobby, soaked in the cool air as usual. The only thing I'm positive about is how negative I am. The hall bustles with the activity right before the seminar. After the seminar, sorry. I just can't get used to the atmosphere. I only talk to very few selected people. The hall doors opens, from it walks Kotori. Her face is a little flushed, probably because the heating is turned up too high. She throws a cold glance my way before heading towards the restroom. Kotori then comes back, but doesn't return to the hall. Instead, she just stands there idly. It doesn't look like she wants to go back in.
天才児
She scowls at me for a split second and stomps over.
この呼び方やめてください。
天才呼ばわりかそれとも自動
Wow, they are so savage.
お前超わがままでどうよ待ってるわ
あんなの科学じゃない。あんなの災害で文明が滅びるなら受け入れましょうって言ってるのと変わりない。
Pretty much, yeah, that's the whole point. I heard that she had excellent comprehension skills, but when I was younger, I never saw Furmarter rhetoric this accurately. It's only just recently that I was able to come to the same conclusion. The Martel group calls itself a scientific association. Her parents brought her here expecting something out of it, I'm sure. Except said daughter has seen the reality of the situation in just one
お
day.
前も馴染めなかったか
もう
ただな実際に人類を滅ぼすような災害なんてないだろうしそこに目をつぶればそこそこ科学的ではあるぞ
隕石。
そういうのはめったに起こらないだろ
実際に何度も起こってきたって本に書いてありました。
Yeah, but, you know.
極論だよ
自然の選択ってまるで世界の破滅みたいな言い方じゃないですか。不安を煽って生きることの正当性を潰してるみたいに感じました。ここ変です。
Okay.
お前と同意見とはなそろそろ戻れよここは俺の
小太郎くんはどうしてみんなと話さないんですか？
かったるいから
違います。逃げてるんでしょ。
Whew. Wow. Since she's smart, she's good at getting on people's nerves.
嫌ならやめればいいのに。
そうもいかねえんだよ親との関係もあんだろ
そういうのが逃げ。
そうかよどうぞ言って
I don't plan on debating with the likes of her. Kotori scoffs at my dismissive
そう
reply.
やって不完全燃焼してる間も時間はなくなっていくんですよ。逃げてる分大事な人生の時間をロスするだけです。私は逃げたりなんてしません。
Okay. The meaning of her conversation only dawns on me a few days after. Kambe Kotori had absolutely refused to join the Martel group. How did she manage to convince her parents? Since then, the Kambe family had stopped participating in the meetings. Swift and decisive, as they say. Kotori said she would do it, and she certainly did. Yeah.
では次は駅前にできた新しい店のフルーツケーキを食
I did not expect Kotori to be like that as a
評判な
kid.
のだよ
This is so new. This is so new. I did not expect Kotori to be like that. Hey, we're back to Osaka.
はいぜひ
また連絡する
Second, I have met several times since then. Whenever we do, he treats me to something nice. I've started asking him for advice on all sorts of things as well. Advice on school, home, stuff that's been on my mind. Anything apart from things relating to superpowers or cryptic hunting. He listened to every single one of my worries with a nary a scroll. There are times when the geological gap between us shows, but generational, sorry. Geological gap between us shows, but it doesn't bother me at all. Osaka contact register to my phone has become a source of joy and something I can rely on. What happened in the forest? It still hasn't left my mind. There's definitely some kind of secret in there, a big one. It's got my interest, but I decided not to touch on it. It feels like if I do, my life's balance will crumble. Apparently, confining in someone serves as another way to release stress. My mental state has stabilized fairly well. Oh, my camera is a little bit off, it seems. I mean, it moved a little bit, so... Okay. Around this time, Pero came to the Kampa family. Okay, yeah, so this is really a backstory. Pero is still there. Okay. Okay, and Kotaro remembers Pero. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see where we are in the timeline now. I see where we are right now. Okay.
ペロ、
The dog is sitting right in front of my house. It's positioned to block the gate. I can get in. Just beside it stands Kotori holding its leash. She looks troubled.
うちの前で何してんだよ。
ごめんなさい。
どかせよ。入れないだろ。
それが、
Oh? Kotori is not snarky today? The Kotori I know is always headstrong. Now she's meekly casting her gaze down.
いいよ、自分でどかす。
I try to nudge this Pero thing with my foot. So the dog starts barking in my direction. It bites down my toes through my shoe. Wow. It fangs peers through even straight into my skin.
ふざけんな。
Pulling my leg back is useless, the dog won't let go. Now it's yanking against my entire body.
離せよこいつ。
I'm seriously considering just slamming the dog against the wall. Kotori stops me. Rather than clinging onto the dog, Kotori clings onto me.
無茶しないで、殺さないで。
Wow. Yeah, she really cares about Pero.
俺じゃなくて犬の方を剥がせよ。
The dog won't even listen to Kotori, its owner. After giving me a really good bite, the dog finally lets go. I end up having to bear with that for several
ほん
minutes.
と人を舐めてるよな、お前。狂犬病の予防とかしてんだろうな。
してます。治療費も出します。
いらねえよ。
出します。だから保健所には通報します。
Hmm. I think like we're in the timeline. Okay, so her parents left for a drinking, but they left for a mission probably or something. So her parents died at this point, I think. So Pero is her only like family member basically. That's why she's so sad. She already made them familiars, or not yet. She just knows that they're dead. Okay, so this is a turning point for Kotori here. She says, I will pay. Like, she knows like her parents cannot pay anymore.
あ、何？お前その犬可愛がってるの？
ひどい目に遭ってたから。
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Like, she found Pero, I think, or something. Yeah,
はあ
I forgot about the backstory of Pero,
で
actually.
きるやつだったんだ。
True.
もっと冷たい生き物かと思ってたよ。ま、別にいいけどな。ただ、人の家の前に居座らせるなよ。
はい。
Okay. Yeah. Kotori changed. This is the very first memory I have of seeing Pero. Pero. The dog who was abused somewhere before. I don't really know the details, but that's what I heard. Yep. The Kampa family ended up taking him in. Honestly, he is no way cute. His fur is all rough and spiky, his eyes are menacing, and his ears are all cut up like someone took a scissor to them. The dog just looked like the embodiment of depression. Jesus. Even someone as gloomy as me can derive some relief from the dog that's actually friendly. Pero though, I wouldn't even want to pet that thing. Yep, apparently Kotori has to look after him now. Pero closed his heart off completely because of all the abuse he went through. Now he refuses to get close with anyone. He doesn't want to go out on walks at all. He just stays cooped up in his kennel. If you try to make him come out, he will bite your hand. All you can do is put him on a long leash and hope he will stretch his legs on his own. Feeding him is an entirely different story. He refuses to eat the usual sort of dog food. Miss Gambe thought it was strange, so he looked Miss Gambe thought it was strange, so he looked into it. Okay, so they're not dead yet. Okay. Okay, so Pero came first, and then they died later. And Pero was like the only family member then for some time. And then after then he died somehow. I don't remember how, but anyway. There, he found out that the previous owner mixed onions into Pero's food. Onions are poisonous to dogs. They probably mixed onions into its favorite foods as another kind of mistreatment. Although Pero couldn't even find joy in eating. Because of that, he started favoring dry food. It's difficult to mix anything weird into a dry food. Even then, he still only eats in tiny bites, like he's testing the food. He will take a sniff of every bite he takes, making sure it's safe before he eats. This is horrible. Wow, we have like actual proper backstory for Pero. Pero often barks late at night. The duty of getting him to stop fell on Kotori. No matter how much she tries to talk to him, Pero continuously making noise until he gets tired. The neighbors have already yelled at them, telling them to put him under the knife so he will stop barking. After the surgery, Pero became terribly frightened for a while, even of Kotori. Wow. Just approaching him caused him to make a hissing squeal. Kotori was exhausted. Despite that, she tried her damned test? That's a word? To put it simply. She was so devoted to taking care of him, to take care of him. Little by little, she was able to take him out for walks. Gradually, his expressions slackened. Once in a while, I'd see him and even manage to say hi. The Scarrier pup never regained his natural innocence, but he should have been freed from his days of quaking in fear and suffering. Still, wounds of the heart run deep. One day Pero ran away. Okay. Lost dog. So Kotaro went probably for a rescue mission to find him. I talked to Kotori, something I haven't done in ages, and she's putting up missing dog posters on the walls on her house.
あの犬、いなくなったんだな。脱走か？
She cast me a grim stare before handing me one of the
も
flyers.
し見かけたらどうか。
The gravity of her expression bears down on me. Someone I don't like is asking me for help. That's something I can do.
ふん。いなくなったのは、ゆうべか。
はい。どこかで見ません。
いや、見てないな。
首輪を外してしまったみたいです。かなり無茶に暴れたらしくて。
Oh wow. Oh wow. Damn. Ooh, I did not expect it to have like actual Pero backstory. Okay. I could expect many things. But not this.
壮絶な脱走だな。
He probably didn't like it at first, but Pero should have gotten used to living at the Kamba household. There shouldn't be any reason that would drive him to escape. Yeah, I don't remember if it was told why he escaped. Despite that, he still ran away. An animal's heart is an enigma.
ついでで結構ですからお願いします。
いいけど、お前、あの犬のこと、全然懐かなかったじゃん。
そうですね。
脱走したってことは、世話してくれなくてもいいって一生児だろ？探す必要はないんじゃないか？
でもペロは餌を自分で取れないです。ずっと人に飼われてきた犬だから。
野生に戻る犬だっているだろう。すぐそこは森だし。
ペロは足もちょっと不自由だし、野生に戻ることはできないと思います。
Okay.
にしてもだよ。本人はお前の世話なんていらないって思ったから逃げたんだろ。
Kotori stares back blankly, her mouth agape. I guess the idea didn't even occur to her. She starts staring up.
いや。
Yeah, I don't remember if we had like anything mentioned how Pero actually died in Rewrite. I guess we'll find out in this one. But yeah, I don't remember if we had this. I don't think she'd actually cry. Even I would feel bad about
あ
that.
の子が私のこと好きじゃないのなんて知ってた。
Oh.
ペロは人間が怖かったから、怖くてたまらなかったから、私やあなたと一緒ですね。
Wow.
マーテルを拒んだから義務なんです。ペロの世話。親との約
Oh
束。
wow. Okay. That was part of the deal, huh? Her head cast down, and flyer still in hand. Kotori and I walk down the street. She's probably going to hand them out all over the place. As I watch her in silence, I fight against the pain that runs through my heart. I head into the campus yard and examine the collar. It seems like he forcefully pulled his head out of the collar. There's an unnatural amount of hair stuck on it, along with blood. I take a good long whiff of the blood. The next day,
あ、小太郎。
what? Not even a greeting?
回収してきた。
Oh wait, you found him? Wait, what? You tracked him down by the smell of blood? Wait, what? Holy shit. I mean, I did retrieve him, but he kept struggling, so I stuffed him into the laundry bag. The snake wildbug wriggles and thrashes about. I hand it over to her.
ひえーはねえだろ。いや、地球さん。
Okay. The mesh net is so fine that it's hardly to see what's inside. Now that I look at it, snake wildbug squirming about does look kind of grotesque.
洗濯袋。わかった。中身はカブトムシの幼虫と子守りでしょ。いけず。
Okay. This is more of Kotori that I remember. Oh, she tries to pick it up and throw it away.
やめろ、投げるな。嫌がらせてそこまでしねえよ。
どうせあんたみたいな人はカブトの幼虫とエビチリって似てるよねとか言って。
落ち着け。
Wow.
俺がエビチリ食えなくなりそうだ。
Again.
お前の探し物だよ。
I yank the zipper down and Pero jumps right out. It will be pain if he runs off again. I quickly catch him and keep him from running off. He's hurt though, so I'm gentle with him.
早くロープ持ってこい。こいつ、むちゃくちゃ暴れる。
She's not moving. She's just standing there, looking down at the
ど
dog.
うした火も持ってこい。
どこで見つけたの？
たまたま森林浴に行ったら、こいつが俺の特等席を占拠してやがったんだよ。
Okay.
蹴飛ばしてやろうかとも思ったが、飼い主にクレームつける方が気分いいからな。なあ、とっととロープ。
なんだ。生きてたんだ。
Oh. Wow. Oh wow, it feels like she kinda hoped that he would die out there. Oh, that hurts. Yo, what?
残念だったな。
死んでるだろうなって。
Oh my god.
残念だったな。
楽になるかなって思ったの。
Oof.
そうかよ。けどこいつは、お前が探してくれって言った。
Yo, I did not expect this. Kotori's expression is the complete opposite of what she says.
よかった。
Yeah, okay. She gave up, but deep down she really hoped that he's okay. Stop throwing my emotions around. Her voice is hoarse and tearful. Without thinking, I avert my gaze. I've seen a clear glimpse of her emotions overflowing. What an absolute
いい加
pain.
減、ロープいいか。
Sniffling Kotori dashes to the shed. After putting a new collar on him, Pero immediately becomes docile. He partakes of what's probably his first meal in days. Pero chows down on the dry food, moist with some warm water, with surprisingly no reservations. Okay,
こ
interesting.
いつ、少し湿った餌の方が好きなのかもな。
試したことなかった。
医者には
明日連れて行く。
そうかい。
Okay. In any case, my job here is done.
待って。
なんだよ。金一封でもくれるのか。冗談だよ。怒んなよ。
ありがとう。
Oh. Okay. And that's when Kotori warmed up a little bit to Kotaro, I think. And she stopped like looking down on him as like someone violent and like not responsible for anything and stuff. She remarks curtly without looking at me.
ありがとうって言ったの。
ああ、いいけど。
Putting aside how she isn't even trying to face me, that was actually pretty genuine of her. I'm not so easygoing a person that this will be enough to make the two of us get along, but it doesn't feel all that bad. Pero lived for just a short while after that. Oh, okay, so he just like died by natural causes, I guess. It wasn't an accident or sickness or even old age. He simply used up all a bit of life he had left, and then died. At least that's how I see it. After the end, he never really warmed up to anyone. Even after all that happened, the relationship between Kotori and I didn't change much. The two of us stopped with the pointless squabbles, but that was it. There is just one thing that was gained from this incident. After seeing her get so attached to a dog whose care she was merely obligated to provide, I suddenly began to feel anxious. Anxious that I've been aimlessly standing in the same place all this time.
抜けよ。
Yeah. Nagata is screaming at me to move on already. So also, I think like this is actually like, you know, what actually happened in the rewrite in general. Like this part of the Fury is not changed. Because we remember, like, it was never explained also from the rewrite, the flashback, really. Why we had like flashback of Kotaro remembering like small kid Akane, right? But now we have the answer, because he met her like very early here. And he just doesn't remember this because of the accident. So I think like this whole thing is actually what happened before he went to coma. To get out of Martel group. Indeed. Okay. And we now go here. And we have no choices, and yet we've traveled through something. Okay. A little while after the incident, environment surrounding me had changed drastically. Okay, what incident? Which is really just a fancy way of saying I moved up in school. Okay. I began skipping out on meetings much more frequently, especially whenever my parents weren't around. The two were often not home because of their work. Whenever they were out, I would go to the meetings by myself. The plan was not to leave at the drop of the hat, but to gradually drift away. I'm so clever, right? Yeah, that's called silent quitting. Eventually, this will explode into the big argument with my parents, so this is to help prepare myself emotionally. Okay. Except, on the rare occasions that I do show up, the professor calls me over. Okay. I go into the guest room, as instructed. Someone is inside. He met with Sakura! This is 100% Sakura Kashima. Yo, what? Oh my god. So that's how she looks. So Kotaro before the accident met with Sakura actually. Yo! Okay. It's an old lady. She's tall and wears expensive looking western style clothes. I know her. Well, anyone would really. She's Martel's spiritual pillar, Kashima Sakura. Being a charismatic figure of the group, the more fervent followers even refer to her as the Holy Woman. She should really already be well over 70 years old, but she's still full of life. I sit across from her, a desk separating us. Atop the desk lie several documents facing my direction. Okay. So you met with Sakura for whatever reason. I skimmed through the documents, but nothing particularly grabs my attention. There are papers about foreign civil wars, drug trafficking busts, stuff like that. The only thing that seems marginally interesting is a newspaper clipping from over a decade ago. Although unofficial, a runner was able to shave off a whole minute from the world record time by a 1,000-meter race. Or so the article says. Okay. It's nothing but a silly piece of fluff. In fact, the clipping even pointed out the possibility of cheating. Something isn't nagging at me though. It's definitely within the realm of possibility. When I look up, I see Kashima Sakura observing me. Observing being the key word. It's as if she was checking which article I directed my attention to. Okay. Oh my god, of course it's his parents, god damn it. Okay.
その頼みとあれば総無下にはできないものよ。
ミーティングを休んでることですか？
それはさほど重要ではないわ。そうね。学校は楽しい？
Okay. Interesting. Where this is going?
学校。
友達はいるの？授業にはついていけて。
All of Kashima Sakura topics are about harmless everyday things. Though hesitant, I go along with her conversation. Yeah, I'm confused. Nothing but a small talk. However, as time passes, I notice something off. It feels as if she's driving me into a corner. There are certain keywords in her phrasing that catches my attention. Monsters, hunting, night, forest, powers no human could possess. These words would get mixed into conversation or find their way into figures of speech. At first, I waved them off. But before I know it, I began feeling suffocated. It's not even hot, but I'm sweating, my breathing grows rapid and shallow. I try to calm myself down, but I can't. The more I pay attention to it, the more unnatural it seems. Did like Kotaro told her about guardians being in the city? Possibly, like he couldn't say that they are guardians, but like, hey, I met like weird people that like fight off like dinosaur in the forest. And he can like point out at Asaka as well. I wonder if there's a... What? No, he's not going to pass them, right? Superhumans, unfathomable powers, secrets, transcendence, hunting instincts. She isn't saying those words pertaining to me specifically. However, her phrasing is full of words that I can't just write off as coincidence. Does Kashima Sakura know about what I was doing in the forest? I grow apprehensive of that possibility. The forest, hunting monsters. Did my face twitch at the mention of those words? Did I reveal any information to her through my subconscious reactions? Was I able to keep my secrets? About 50 minutes have passed since she started giving me the third degree. Kashima Sakura leans back, relaxed in her chair. Okay.
有用な助言を与えたいとは思うけど、年の差があるとなかなか難しいもの。教えてちょうだい。納得できないことにぶち当たったとき、お前はいつもどうしているの？
Okay.
どうとは。
努力して自分を変える。
Oh my god.
周囲に働きかけて環境を改善。
Like common road question from the questionnaire.
俺は
Change yourself or change the world. I try to answer it, but then it hits me. Should I take her question lightly? Have I let my guard down from her earlier manner? I'm playing right into her hands. I need to give this some good thought before I answer. I changed myself or improved my environment? Okay, that's unexpected. So my camera is off again. Sorry about that. We have fire. For whatever reasons. It's cool. Let's go with, I don't know. This is, wait. Isn't this the option that gave us basically Kotori Road? I think yes, right? In the common road we can do the word, myself, or I don't know. And I don't know was like the first road I did, right? I think. I'm not sure anymore. I don't remember exactly, but I think I don't know is the Kotori Road basically. Ah.
考えたことないです。
It is true though. Changing either myself or what's around me. It's something I had to deal with on a case-to-case basis. At least that's what I think for now. In that case, I think it's a pretty honest answer. Kashibasakura narrows her
お前
eyes.
はマーテルの活動にあまり積極的ではないよね。
さあ、親に連れてこられただけなんで。
この会のことをどれだけ理解しているの？
マーテルは科学団体で。
一般論ではないわ。お前の感じるところのマーテルの精髄を語れと言っている。
精髄？
わからない？
さっきから意味がわかりません。
世界はお前が認識しているより
I'm going to just reveal like Gaia
そ
or
のことを
what?
感じたことさえない？そう。どうやらノラなのね。
ノラ？
ここまでにしましょう。
A stray. So yeah, like haven't decided which side. Okay. She shifts her gaze to the door, gesturing that I may take my leave. I'm finally free. I leave the room half in disbelief.
やばいかもな。
There's definitely a big secret within Kazamatsuri. There are people who knows everything. I might not be able to stay in the city anymore. Such anxious thoughts cross my mind. Why we have battle music? Or whatever music it is. And because we are at the fancy cafe. Okay. Also, that was a very interesting meeting. I didn't expect that Kotaro to actually met with her before.